This is Adrian Hart with your Southeast Colorado news on seconews.org. We are back on scene in La Junta at the train derailment. Now, we ran the incident report from Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railway just earlier. You can find that link in the description of this live stream. And you can see there, got the heavy equipment out. We'll try to block the wind for you guys. So, we spoke with someone who works hazmat unofficially, and they said the cars are designed so they won't leak if they're tipped. So they're going to have to lift them up, and then they're going to drain them and then transport them. That's according to a third-party source who happens to work in the hazmat industry. Now, we spoke with Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railway public information officers earlier, and we were told that we needed to run a little correction because we said these train cars had crude oil, and that is not the case. Both of these tanker style train cars are carrying solvents for the pharmaceutical industry, according to BNSF officials. You can see they've got the heavy equipment out. We'll say thanks again to our friends at Wallace Oil Company. We're just kind of standing on the edge of their property, looking at the railroad property. We, of course, discourage you from coming out here. That's why we're here. We've got the coverage for you. We've got the official report from BNSF up on seconews.org. And we're getting our follow-up here. Excuse the wind. Trying to get a little cover. So it looks like they got this car back on the rails. They're getting it hooked up. Again, we spoke with BNSF earlier, and they said there's no current risk to public safety. It's like neither container car spilled. Again, they're carrying solvents used in the pharmaceutical industry. And they'll raise the tanker cars up and get them situated back on the rails here, maybe. Well, there we go. We'll pan around for you guys again. We're just off US Highway 50 in La Junta. Our Otero County Sheriff, in response, we just heard from the public that there's another bad accident on the highway near Rocky Ford. That's just a speculation, though. That's just messages we've seen pop up here. So nothing official on that. We'll get the official word on that coming up on seconews.org. You can follow us on Facebook for breaking news. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. So good news in that there's no hazardous spill. And we did get that confirmed from BNSF officials earlier today about the noon hour. Incident occurred about 6 a.m. according to BNSF. Of course, we had footage from Wayne Walter that we shared this morning around sunrise. They've got one car back on the rails. And you can watch for our footage on this evening's news on KKTV Channel 11, also on Fox 21. In fact, I've seen folks sharing that KKTV link around. They've got our live stream video from this morning embedded on their article, so hang out for a couple more minutes with you guys here. Of course, we encourage you to check out that link we've got featured in the description. It gives you more details directly from the source, Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railway. Now, we didn't have a cause. They said the incident is under investigation. We'll follow up on that, and if we can get any more information, we'll release it. We've actually got quite a bit of train coverage on our YouTube and Facebook videos. Our friends down at the KOA have put in a couple pretty cool tourist attractions with that Santa Fe engine. They've got converted to a cabin, and they've got a Vista Dome they're also converting into a cabin. We've got some video of them placing the Vista Dome on the rails, and they very much, oh, here we go. Like they're having to reposition there. Anyways, our other videos were rather happier occasions of moving train cars in La Junta, down at the La Junta KOA. And we're actually very lucky we don't have any sort of a spill. But from what we were told, the engineering on those cars really helps prevent them from spilling until they won't release until they're set upright. And that's, of course, according to our third-party hazmat friend. Now they've got this car here back on its wheels on the rail and hooked up to the next car in line. Again, BNSF Railway said that the incident's under investigation and they have not released a cause. Looks like a pretty heavy duty chain they're hooking up. Again, we'd like to discourage the public from coming over here, getting in the way. That's why we're here, giving you guys some live video coverage, so you don't have to leave the comfort of your home this Sunday afternoon. Watch it right here on Seco News. Of course, this story, we've been with it all day, and you can see our coverage in lots of places. Our Facebook page, our YouTube page. And of course, this evening on KKTV Channel 11 and Fox 21. Yeah, how about that, Carol? She thought they'd flip it like a pancake, huh? It's like they're gonna get them standing upright here, bringing in more heavy equipment. Like they're getting those treads up on the tracks there so they can position this other boom. It's like they're going to set up 3 or 4 of them on it and give it the old heave-ho. A little more complicated than that, I'm sure. One of those days in southeast Colorado where it looks warm, but it's not. Cool temperatures and a nice cold breeze right now. You see these guys working in all sorts of weather conditions, keeping our economy on the rails. This case, again, these cars containing pharmaceutical solvents. That's according to the Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railway. We spoke with public information officers earlier today to get the incident report. You can find it on seconews.org. Tend to try to stick to just the official word from an identified source, so we don't make some stuff up like some of the media seems to do. position here to do some more heavy lifting. They're repositioning everything at once here. I'm going to have a coordinated effort to lift. That one hooked up there, up front. like they're still lining this other one up here, repositioning it. They were getting on the other side of the tracks here. Looks like that's what they were doing. Well, we can see they're starting to tip it a little on the front end there. Don't know if he was just getting a better position. With us here. Looks like they're getting everything hooked up here. Sorry we don't have a better view. We'll try to stick through it till they give this the lift here. But cleanup underway. This small derailment here in La Junta happening about sunrise. They're racing the sun to get it done now. They'll actually have good light if they don't. Taking their time. Up to this point, no injuries, no chemical spills, which is all good. Very glad to report that. And again, BNSF Railway has released that they are investigating the cause. So we don't have an official release on that. Again, we would remind folks that trespassing on railroad property can be a felony. So don't come driving over across the tracks like those folks just did. Yeah, it looks like lots of heavy equipment, manpower, and experience here. Pretty delicate operation. Again, as we mentioned before, there have been no chemical spills. BNSF Railway did tell us that they're carrying pharmaceutical solvents. We did run a correction. When we first arrived on scene, we used Google to identify the contents or potential contents of those rail tankers. It came back with crude oil and was incorrect, according to BNSF. So there you go. Occasionally we run some corrections here. We always try to not speculate, and we certainly don't give opinion. Provide that unbiased news coverage here in southeast Colorado. We're just on the western edge of the La Junta rail yard here, adjacent to US Highway 50. Crews brought in the heavy equipment to lift these cars that derailed this morning. Of course, we'll make sure to do a follow-up and see if we can find out the cause for you guys. So initially we assumed there'd be a massive stall in rail traffic, but honestly it doesn't seem to have slowed. They've still been letting trains go by. I think prior to their efforts on the cleanup here, we even saw a passenger train go by. So yeah, don't know that there's really been a big impact on the rail traffic. That again would be a question for Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railway. So we can ask it in our follow-up. They've actually been pretty good communicating with us promptly when we made a request this morning. So kudos to them. The hard work they're doing here, keeping the junction in business. Remember, our community built on the back of the railroad. La Junta, of course, meaning the junction. Right, if we look down the track just a little ways, we can see the switch over where they switched over from the main rail into the yard. Just right there, of course, that trestle there over the arroyo. Oops, here we go. We've got more sirens, and we've got more folks parking on railroad property. So again, we would discourage you from trespassing on railroad property to come take a look. That's exactly why we're live streaming right now. We'll pan over. LJPD responding there down Highway 50. Kind of sliding and dragging there. behind our wind block here for you guys. Yes, thank you very much. We, of course, thank the BNSF workers out here working on this delicate job, actually. And again, we'd like to reiterate, there have been no chemical spills with this derailment, just a couple cars derailed. They've got the one back on the rails already. Working on these two. You can see the report from BNSF Railway on seconews.org. We've got that published for you. And you can check out the video coverage we've got from this morning from our friend Wayne Walter out here at the break of day. And check it out on the TV news tonight, too. We'll follow up again with BNSF Railway public information officers and request the cause. Lots of folks ask how they can help Seco News. The easiest way is follow our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube, and let your friends and family know that it's there. Media dedicated to the people of Southeast Colorado. And again, we're kind of getting photobombed here. We would encourage you to not trespass on railroad property and not put yourself at risk. These containers are holding pharmaceutical grade solvents. And while there hasn't been a chemical spill, there is risk involved. So again, we would discourage the public from trespassing and breaking the law. Alright guys, we'll keep you updated on this story as it continues, as these guys finish their cleanup efforts. We'll dip back by and try to give you some more coverage, and of course we're following up with BNSF Railway, and we'll see if we can find out what our cause was when they released that. We'll have that on seconews.org, the home of your media dedicated to the people of Southeast Colorado. From the La Junta Rail Yard, for the people of Southeast Colorado, with your Southeast Colorado news, I'm Adrian Hart.